Hey guys, I'm Spencer with Sportsland in Salt Lake City, Utah. Today we're going to show you a little bit about your Schwintek slides and how to take care of situations where they might get stuck out when you're camping, help you get them in so that you can bring them into us and we can fix the problem.
All right, so first off, you're going to have to
Find your controller for the slide.
It's oftentimes
It's going to be in a cabinet that you might have to take some screws out to get to, so make sure you have some tools with you. This one is under this lower bunk. I had to remove this panel, take some screws out of it, push it up out of the way. Your controller looks like this. I'm going to remove it so we can get a better look at it, and then I'll show you what to do in the case that it's not working. Couple screws holding it to the wall. It looks just like this. Lippert makes a couple controllers that look similar, so make sure you verify that it says that it is a slide controller, dual motor, synchronous. That'll tell you that you found the right one for your Schwintek slide. What you'll often have in here is a red light flashing. If you count the flashes, it'll tell you what the problem is. What we normally see, or we often see, is that the number 9 flashes, hall power short to ground, or that there's a number 8, there's a wire short between the controller and the motor. These wires down here, some of them power it and some of it are telling the controller how many turns the motor has done, how many revolutions. And so it keeps your slide synced coming in and out by counting those revolutions. But if for some reason something is damaged or not getting the signal through either in the wiring or the motor itself, and it's not getting the revolutions to match up, it'll shut you down, and that's where this little trick I'm going to show you comes into play. So what you're going to do in that situation, you can get a screw that you just pulled out, you can get a pen or whatever. There's some dip switches here, and just to the right there's a little gray button. And what you're going to do is you're going to push it 6 times in a row, and then on the 7th you're going to hold it. And when you do that, it'll start flashing red and green. Once it starts flashing red and green, you can stop holding the button, and then you're in manual override, and you can go back to the slide switch and run it in and out manually with that, and it won't be dependent on counting those revolutions. So that'll get your slide back in, then you can bring it to us and we'll get it taken care of. We'll diagnose the problem, fix it, and get you back out camping. So you find that the manual override process doesn't work for you and you're not able to get it in. Alternatively, you can come outside. This is definitely like kind of more of a last resort. You can come outside and there's going to be some screws on both sides here. It's always going to be on the outside up here near the top. This one happens to be a Phillips. You can pull that screw out, and what that screw does is that's what holds the motor in place. And the motor being in place is what's holding the slide in place. So if you pull that out, it'll give you access to moving that motor vertically out. So you got your motor body here, and up near the top, there's gonna be a little slot here on the inside. You get the side of a screwdriver in there, and you can pop it up. You might need someone to rock the slide in and out a little bit while you do it to relieve the torque from it. But once you pop that up, it'll move up about 3/4 of an inch to an inch. You got to do that to both sides, and that will allow the slide to move in. Once you get it in, you can move on to the blocking process to keep it in. All right, so once you've pushed the slide in, you've released those motors and pushed the slide in all the way in, you're going to want to block this space here with something that's pretty close to that dimension. It doesn't have to be an exact fit or a super tight fit, but something that will keep the slide from moving back out while you're in transit. It can be smart to pre-cut something that you can just keep on hand in the case that you need to do this. It's not super common, but I want you to be prepared if the occasion does come up.
Sportsland guide you to the dreams of